The cause of the suffering in your life is the result of one thing and one thing only, your mind. And in this video, I'm going to give you the exact tools and information that I give to my clients so that you can overcome that suffering without even needing to talk to me. Hi, my name is David, a tantric life coach and creator of Mind Yoga and co-creator of Sex.Prayers relationship consultancy. You can find out more information about all of that over there. But let's get into it. In tantric teaching, it said that the cause of all mind-based suffering is our ignorance to the truth of what is. Put another way, the reason you're suffering is because you're believing something that isn't true. And if we can get to the heart of that, then we can do the necessary work to overcome that and overcome that suffering. And when I say work, I don't necessarily mean that it's going to be an arduous, long, grueling process, but it just takes effort. It's going to take effort to overcome because there's some stuck energy. Everything is energy. There's some stuck energy which is creating the suffering. There's that clinging of the things that you're not seeing truth in, the false stories, the false beliefs. And it's going to take effort to overcome that. But it's totally possible, it's totally doable. And so let's get into how. Whatever it is that's your problem in your life right now, whether it be partner, finding a partner, money, job, whatever it is, you're going to have a set of beliefs around it. You're going to have created an entire narrative in your mind around that issue. And so what I'm going to invite you to do is to actually audit your thoughts. Audit your thoughts, your emotions, and your beliefs. Because at the heart of whatever the problem is, there's going to be a set of unconscious truths, a set of unconscious beliefs, a set of truths that you're holding or narrative that you're holding to be true. And if you can understand what that is, it's going to get rid of the stack of cards that are built on top. Because on those truths, they then become thoughts based on that truth. These thoughts, because they're very closely linked to emotions, create an emotional response in your body. And these emotions fuel the way that your actions, the way that you conduct yourself in life. And actions that are repeated over time unconsciously become unconscious habits. And so whatever it is that you're believing is fueling the way that you're showing up in your life. And that's creating the challenge that you're experiencing. So the way to overcome that is to behave differently, because if what you're doing isn't working, then what will work is what you're not doing. Taking the time to audit everything that you think, believe, and feel around the problem is going to allow you to hone in on what it is that you're fundamentally believing to be true about that situation, about that thing, about that problem. I'm going to recommend not doing this intellectually, as in verbally, as in mentally. Don't do it in your mind, because the mind is where a lot of these problems are occurring. And if you're trying to use the mind to overcome the mind, it can be a very challenging thing to do if you don't know how to navigate it. It's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube that's fighting back. It's very, very challenging. This is why I work with people, because having an outside perspective on their issue allows them to create clarity. When we talk and have an exchange, they get to share with me what it is they're believing about their problem. And I get to highlight whether that thing they're sharing is actually based in truth or it's a fabrication, a confabulation, if you will. It's founded in false truths, in misbeliefs. And so getting to the heart of that is going to be really, really fundamental. Rather than thinking about it, because you can get lost in there, rather than speaking about it, which can be a great way to do it, but when doing it by yourself, it can be difficult to step out of that narrative. That's why working with someone is beneficial. Taking the time to actually write it down. Write everything down around the problem that you're experiencing, all the thoughts that you have relating to it, all of the emotions that you're experiencing because of it, and find the beliefs. If you write something down and it's not verifiably true, then it's a false belief. If it's something that can not be true for you but not be true for someone else, then that's a personalized experience of that thing. It's not actually founded in truth. Your opinion isn't truth. Your experience, your somatic, embodied, lived, sensory experience, that's something that's true. So taking the time to really sit with that and figure out what it is that's at the heart of the problem that you're experiencing is going to give you the opportunity to reflect on what's there. And then here is the next step. It's not enough to just witness what's there, what's alive, what's present, but then consciously choose what you want to be true instead. What you want your foundational belief around the problem you're experiencing to be. Because then with that conscious understanding for what that is, the thoughts associated to that can begin to bubble through to the surface of your conscious awareness. When those thoughts then present themselves in your life, they'll have emotions attached to them. In tantric teaching, thoughts and emotions aren't separate. They're the same layer of consciousness, which is why you can't have a thought without a feeling or a feeling without a thought. They are inextricably linked. They're the opposite sides of the same coin. One has a more linguistic, analytical end of the spectrum vibration. The other has a more somatic, embodied, felt sense. Emotions are stronger than thoughts, which is why it's really difficult to change how you're feeling, but you can very much change what you're thinking. So if you can get the thoughts aligned with your beliefs, then the emotions that will be linked to those thoughts will come through into your body, and they will fuel you as to how you act in the world. They will allow you to act towards what it is that you're actually wanting, rather than the problem that you've been manifesting and percolating and holding onto and maintaining. Those actions over time become behaviors. It takes a while for them to become ingrained into unconscious so that you're doing them automatically. I train handstands. I've been a handstand trainer for 10 years, very much part of my practice, part of the yoga journey for me. But it took 6 months of constant training before my unconscious knew how to move without me needing to consciously think about it. My body and my muscles and my fibers knew exactly what to do without me having to consciously think, which allows me to have conversations upside down and teach upside down and do different things. And the same is true for whatever it is that you're wanting to achieve right now. It's going to take conscious effort and conscious action to do the actions that are required based on the emotions and thoughts and truths related to the desired outcome that you're reaching towards. But over time, the more that you do it, the more it will become ingrained into your unconscious, and you won't have to think about it so much. It won't be so effortful. You'll find yourself moving in that direction, and not only will you find yourself moving in that direction, but you will find that whatever it is that you're desiring and things linked to that will become attracted to you, because you will be vibrating at that frequency that allows those things to become attracted to you, be drawn to you. It's the difference between chasing and attracting. So that is what I'm offering you. If you are experiencing a problem and you've tried everything, then whatever it is that you're doing is likely not working. So try this, try something else. And the reason this works is because it's founded in ancient tantric teachings. These teachings about the understanding of the nature of reality. I've got a whole video series where I speak into this. If this is something that intrigues or interests you, then an invitation to go check those out. I'm going to be sharing more of this tantric wisdom so that you can understand the nature of reality, how it works, so that you can tap into this potential that's already there waiting for you to understand. It's actually something that's intrinsic to you. It's just that we forget it and we're not taught it when we grow up. So that's why I'm wanting to share it with you, because it's for me, it's beautiful, and it's in alignment with how the world, how nature, how reality works. If you can understand that, then you can have whatever it is that you want. And this is what happens in tantric teaching. You're allowed worldly enjoyment. It's available to you. It's your birthright. All that's standing in the way is you, and you're clinging to these mistruths, these false stories. So if you can get over that, a world of bliss and worldly pleasure is awaiting you. I trust that was interesting and helpful for you. If something resonated with you, let me know in the chat. If you want to reach out and work through this together, then you're more than welcome to. Look forward to speaking with you soon. Go check out some of these videos. Subscribe if that feels good for you, and see you soon.